Hello, this is Gina at Art of Skincare, and today I'm going to be showing you how to do the goat milk peel from Dr. Esthe. Now, I've kind of customized this peel, so it's a little different than you might see in the description on the website. It's because I've customized it a bit. I played it with it in the treatment room, I played with it on myself, and I've added some new steps into it that really maximize your results. So this is a very gentle peel. Any skin type can use it. Even the most sensitive clients I find can tolerate it just fine. It may cause just the tiniest little bit of flaking or peeling 3 days out after your treatment, or it just might be that your skin's just a little bit dry 3 days out. The reason why it's going to cause a little flaking or a little dryness is because that top layer of dull, dry skin cells needs to slough off, and that's what we're stimulating, is the release of those damaged skin cells. I'm going to show you first off what you're going to need to do this treatment at home. So let's start off with, you're going to need a good cleanser, and what I'm using here is from Dr. Esthe. This is their Enzyme Deep Clear Powder Wash. This is an enzyme powder cleanser. I'm going to do it with you. I'm going to do this whole treatment with you, but I just want to take the time first to show you what each product is and why I've chosen it. So the powder wash is an enzyme wash. The enzymes digest away that top layer of dull, dry skin cells, and this is important when doing a peel treatment because you want all of these other ingredients that we're going to be using to really be able to get in and do their action on the skin. So we're going to start with this wash. The next thing we're going to do is we're going to be using the goat milk peel system. It comes in a set of 4, or you can buy it in solos. So if it's your first time doing it and you're not sure about it, you can just buy one. And you can do just one peel with this and see how you like it. I buy it in the packs of 4 because I love this. Sometimes I do this every week for a month just to give my skin that extra boost. So let me pull the next thing, or let me show you what's in this. Here is your peel solution that comes in it. You get a brush to apply your peel solution. It also comes with a goat milk ampoule. This is the most calming and soothing ampoule that you can find. With all that goat milk in there, it just really takes away any inflammation that your skin might be thinking about. You know, one of the things we worry about when doing a peel is causing inflammation. In the old school days, when I was first an esthetician, we used to peel the skin like crazy, and we would cause a lot of inflammation. We've since learned that inflammation causes aging. So that's what's really beautiful about this set, is that it does not cause that inflammation. It's still going to have that peeling effect, the firming and the sloughing off of old dead skin cells, but it is not going to cause that inflammation of the skin. So the next thing that you are going to need in our journey together today is you're going to need the Caviplla. You're going to need Promoter Repair Cream. You're going to need to have the Skinbolic Hydra Velvet Mask. We'll be using that today. We're going to play around with the Time Master Pro, so if you have that, get it out. If you're doing this peel during the daytime, you're going to want to use the sun cushion afterwards to really protect your skin. And then, of course, I can't live without the Sculplla mist. If I'm using sun cushion, I'm going to be spritzing with the Sculplla mist. So I've written all these down in the description of this video so you can gather your things for the supply list. The other thing that I have is Lush Cloths. These are available at Art of Skincare. They're in our reward center, so you can get them for free, or you can get them in packs of 3. I pulled these 2 today because I wanted to show you the difference. This is a brand new one that's never been used. This one is 5 years old. So you can see that they look really different. But what I wanted to point out is that I'm still using this one that's 5 years old. It's been through the washer hundreds of times, the dryer hundreds of times, and it still works really great. So these are wonderful little cloths. I'm going to put on my Tessie, and now I want to begin the peel treatment and really show you what we do here. First off, I'm going to put my Lush Cloths into some nice warm water. You need 2 Lush Cloths for this protocol. The next thing I'm going to do is grab my powder. I'm going to fill up my hand here, just about that much. I'm going to get the other hand wet with some water. I just run it under the water, and then I'm going to foam it up. Need a little more water. I'm going to create this real, I keep adding a little bit of water and keep rubbing it in my hand so it gets really nice and creamy and the powder completely dissolves. And then I'm going to take that and apply it to my face. So this is how I'm going to do my cleanse. This is an enzyme, so I really want to do the cleanse for a full 3 minutes to let that enzyme really get in and do its job of dissolving those dead skin cells and firming the skin. It's also going to get in and dissolve away cellular debris. So if you have a tendency to get a little buildup in your pores or a little bit of blackheads here and there, these enzymes are just going to dissolve that and pull that up and out. So since I'm going to do this for 3 minutes, I'm going to show you what I do to keep myself going for 3 minutes. We're doing this peel because we want to firm the skin. Well, something that is very important for skin that is losing its firmness is to keep the lymph and the blood really circulating well through the skin. A lot of times, even if you're starting to see some loss of firmness in this area as young as your 30s even, it's because you're getting stagnation. You're not moving the lymph through your skin, you're not getting enough movement, and there's getting also stagnation in here and it starts to droop. So I'm going to show you what I do to counteract that stagnation and keep my neck really nice and firm, because there are a lot of great neck creams out there, and I have a few that I sell and a few that I use. But the key for me to keeping my neckline and my V-line really nice and firm is this massage. So I'm going to start up at the top. I'm using my knuckles, but I'm using them very gently. Just a little up and down, and I'll do some side to side. I'm going to get in, do my eyebrows, little circles on my temples. You'll notice where you have tenderness, and those are spots where you tend to hold tension in your face. One of the areas for me is between my eyes. So I'm getting in there and just releasing that tension. If I've spent a whole day working on the computer and doing consultations on the email all day, I will have really sore muscles right in here. Today, I don't have those. I haven't been on the computer too much today, which is marvelous. So I'm getting in there. Now I'm going to get in and get this little area next to the eyes and then drain out. Every time I do a movement, I'm going to do it at least 3 times. So that was the second time. Here's the third time. And I'm going to come in and get this area right under here. Just stimulating blood flow. I'm going to come in and do that 3 times, right in here, cheeks, and then my 3rd time. You can get in on the sides of your nose with your finger, these, or with your fingers. I just tend to like my knuckles. I like to get in and massage, and I can brace my thumbs on my skin and then use my knuckles to do my massage. Now I keep dipping my hands in the water, because if you're going to do this for 3 minutes with any kind of a cleanser, you are going to need to keep wetting it to keep that slip going. So now I'm getting in and working that chin. For the younger crowd, you tend to get a lot of cellular buildup in this area. It might not be blackheads, but maybe little sebaceous bumps and things. For us, as we get older, right under here it gets really dry because there's not enough blood circulation under there and the skin cells aren't sloughing off the way they should. So I'm spend some time in there. And then I'm just really using my fingers, pinching and pulling the lymph back up into this jaw area, rubbing and massaging in here. And then getting into the neck and releasing the neck area. Now, you've all probably, if you've been watching my videos, you've seen me do this now 2 or 3, 4 times. It's because I can't stress to you how important it is. And I want to keep getting the message out there for people about how important this cleansing massage is. So I'm draining the neck, then I'm coming down and along my collarbones, I'm doing some draining movements here, because this is that final thing. You know, we're draining all this up and out here, then out through here, and then it's got to come down and drain out through the collarbones and on this chest. A lot of really firm circles on my chest to really break that up and make sure it's all flushing and moving out. So that's my 3-minute face massage. And now I'm going to go ahead and grab my Lush Cloth and I'm going to remove my cleanser. I want to make sure that I rinsed really well, because leaving your cleanser, a little bit of cleanser on your skin is going to make it feel a little irritated or tight. And we don't want that. When we go into this peel section next, we want the skin to be really nice and squeaky clean and not have any residues. A lot of times you can tell if it's still on the skin if your washcloth is making that kind of foamy sound. Then you know either you need to rinse your washcloth more, or sometimes splashing. If you're in the bathroom, I'm not there now, but if I was at the bathroom, I might splash with some water just to get a lot of extra water on there and really get that cleanser off the skin. So I've got the cleanser off. Now, anytime you're putting on an acid serum or you're putting on a peel, you want to make sure that this skin is completely dry. If you have sensitive skin or you're getting irritation when you put on an acid serum or peel, it's because the skin's wet and the skin doesn't like it. It just contributes to irritation. So make sure your skin is really nice and dry. And now comes the fun part. So I'm gonna get my goat milk peel out. There's a nice amount in here. You're to use this entire container on your face, neck, and décolleté. I've got my little brush here. Now, the timing on this is that you generally want to leave it on the skin for 1 to 5 minutes. What you want to do is when it starts to really get stingly or tingly, that's when you want to be removing it from the skin. Now, some of you who have more sensitive skin, it might tingle from the first moment you start to put it on. That's okay. Get it on everywhere as quickly as you can and then just rinse it off. You're a 1-minute person. I actually already feel a little bit of stingling on my forehead, but I know that my forehead is strong and has more sun damage than the rest of my face, so it's really okay for me to have that little bit of a tingling sensation. And I have experience with this peel, so I know that it can take a little bit of tingling and I can leave it on for a little bit longer. But if this is your first time doing this peel, just listen for that tingle. When you feel the tingle, get the rest of the peel on and then get it off your face right then and there. And the more times you do this peel, the more you will get to know it, and you'll know what your skin likes and how long you can leave it on your skin. Now, if you're doing this peel with me exactly as I did it, and you did that nice cleanse with the enzyme first, you're gonna get a really good treatment with this, and you're gonna feel really nice and stingly. Unless you have really tough skin, then you might not feel the stingle, but I bet most of you, if you use that powder wash first, you're gonna be feeling that stingle right now. I'm feeling it right now. So I've had it on, I don't know, 3 minutes or so, but I can tell that my skin today is ready to take it off. That's long enough for me. So as I remove it, I'm gonna start removing it from where I put it first. So if I put it first on my forehead, I'll start with removing it there first. And actually I started on this cheek. So I'll remove there. Rinse my cloth, get a fresh start. And so you can see already the skin is already starting to really glow and get a nice firmer texture. Now again, with removing your peel solution, you want to make sure you get it all off. Those places that brand new estheticians often miss, and those at home can miss, is that area under the nose, around the lips, and then the eyebrows. Those are areas that we commonly leave the peel on, the hairline as well. What you can do once you have it all done is sit for a moment, close your eyes, and just see, okay, do I feel like it's still really tingly anywhere or stingly? Do I need to rinse just a little bit more? This peel treatment that I'm doing for you, I really modified it over the last few months, and even since the last time I did it, I think I did it a month ago with you guys, and I've really modified it. And I never used to use that powder enzyme wash first, and I would put on the peel and you could barely feel it. I could leave it on for 5 minutes and not really feel anything, but now I love it. I do that enzyme and then I can really feel that peel going in and doing its work because I've removed some of those dead skin cells, and the peel can be much more active on my skin. Our next step is going to be to grab our goat milk. Here's our goat milk ampoule. You'll peel this little cap off, and then you'll peel off the little silver top, and then it comes with a dropper. So here's my little dropper. I'll put it in there. You can use a little bit of this and then use a little bit each day. That'll be fine. Or you could put this entire thing on your face and just keep massaging and working it in until you've worked in the entire bottle. That's absolutely fine too. What I'm going to do today, and what I often do, is I use about half the bottle today and apply it all over. And then over the next 3 days or 4 days, I'll just do a little bit each day, putting it on underneath my Caviplla. Show you here, it makes this nice popping sound as it comes out. And I've done what's that been, about seven droppers? I don't know, I lost count because I was talking. But I've got a nice handful here. I'm gonna use my fingertips and work it into the skin. Still have some more in here, so I just keep working it in. Everything is an opportunity for massage. Massage is so good for your skin. So as you're working this in, just tune in to what feels good. Play with it a little bit. Really massage it well into the skin. The next thing in our step is to grab the Caviplla. Now, normally with Caviplla, we use 2 or 3 pumps, but we are doing a facial, an at-home facial. And so we are going to use a therapeutic quantity. So for my face, I'm going to do 5. 2, 3, 4, 5. Work it up a little bit in my fingers and then apply it to the skin. Starting to foam up. I'm going to grab 2 more pumps, and that goes on my neck and my chest. See how nice and foamy it's getting? When it gets foamy, that's your reminder to get in there and use firm pressure. Don't hurt yourself or bruise yourself, but use firm pressure and really work that into the skin. The oxygenation process is the vehicle that pulls that PLLA down into the hair follicle, into the skin, so it can plump up the skin, firm it up. So massage it in really well. Don't forget the back of your neck. It's as important as the front of the neck, and keeping that V-line. Okay, so once we have that on the skin, and well rubbed in, I'm going to rub any little residues on the back of my hands. And now I'm going to grab the Hydra Velvet Mask. This is another product that has the PLLA in it. And I'm going to apply it over my Caviplla. This is where we get new and different here with this peel. So I've separated the paper. Close my eyes and come in here. There we go. I'm going to get it up enough so that it's not going to get in my eyes while I'm talking to you guys. I'm going to make sure it's really covering my lips because that's where I want that PLLA. I want it in my lips. So I have some plumper, juicier lips. I'm going to rub any residue around. Now at home, doing this now, you have a couple choices. You could just lay back and relax, set a timer for 20-25 minutes, and just leave it on the skin. That's what I would do. The other thing you can do is play with it for a little while. So I've got my TMP, and a TMP can be used over sheet masks. Probably best to use it over a cellulose mask, but I've found that if you turn it on the highest setting, It definitely gets through this PLA mask and will actually help drive that PLLA into the skin. So I've got it on its highest setting. If it's on the lowest setting, it's just not strong enough to get through the mask. Definitely treating my lips. And the forehead. And for me, it's on the strongest setting on the forehead because my skin is so thin. It's kind of strong up there. Now I can take it down the neck. You can turn it down a couple notches when you're not on that mask. I'm going to go with the second notch instead of the strongest notch. Now technically you can do the TMP for 2 rounds. It goes for 5 minutes. So you could go for 5 minutes and then turn it on and do another 5 minutes and then sit back and relax and just enjoy this mask on your face. Or if you just want to relax and you don't want to do that much TMP, just do the TMP for a few minutes and then sit back and relax and let this treatment do its work. All right, so now I've done a little bit of the TMP with my Hydra Velvet Mask. I laid back for another 10 minutes to relax. It's important when you do the TMP, don't do it too long because you don't want the Hydra Velvet to start running down into your eyes and stinging like I just did because I was showing you how to do it. I left it on too long without laying back and it does sting if it gets in the eyes. So be careful about that. Lay back and do your TMP or just do the TMP a little bit and then lay back and leave that mask on for its full 20 minutes. Now we are not going to rinse. We're going to leave all of this on the skin. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to work it into the skin a little bit more using my fingers. If you have a My Skin Buddy at home, you could use your My Skin Buddy right now. It'd be excellent. The My Skin Buddy would massage and work it into the skin with that. So many great tools out there. And then your next step is to grab your Sculplla Promoter Repair Cream. Just gonna use a little bit of this. I love this stuff. This is the spider webby stuff. It's got that, ooh, I love that. Really helps hold that V-line, firm the neck. So apply that all over. Now, if you are going to bed after you've done this treatment, or you're just gonna stay in the house and not be outdoors, you're fine. Right now, you're done. You have done your treatment, your peel. You can sit back and just relax and enjoy your beautiful skin. Like I said, 3 days from now, you might have a little dryness or a little flaking. Don't pick at that. Put extra moisturizer on, baby that skin. Don't put any acids or retinol on skin that's a little bit peely or flaky. Just let it naturally shed. Now I'm going to be going about my day. I'm going to go outside and walk my dog and be active. So I've grabbed my Sculplla sun cushion and I'm going to use this to keep my skin protected. I'm going to grab it here. It has this nice little shelf that holds the little pad. Go ahead and load up my pad and then apply it to my face. One of the things I like about this is that it looks a little bit lighter than my skin when I'm putting it on. This is so that you can see where you might have missed. Now the sun spheres in this, as they warm to your skin, completely melt into the skin and then you really cannot see. It does not look too light after it's on the skin unless you are a darker Fitzpatrick, a darker skin type than I am. Then we do have a darker one coming out. It should be here any day now. We'll announce it on our Art of Skincare Insiders or on Instagram. We'll let you know when that new darker color gets here. So I can see that I have it all over. I'm gonna get it on my neck and on my chest because I want that area to be protected. Then the last thing I'm going to do, and then I'm done for the day, is I'm gonna grab the Sculplla Stem Cell Mist. The stem cell mist is your finishing treatment. It's what you use at the end of, after you've put on your makeup or the end of your facial that you're giving yourself, and you can keep it on your desk at work. It's something that you can keep applying throughout the day. It gives the skin an amazing glow. This is not like any other spritz on the market. This just gives that skin that really beautiful glow, and it keeps putting that PLLA onto the skin. So your skin keeps absorbing more and more of the PLA, and it just gets firmer and plumper and more glowy and beautiful. So that, my friends, today was my version of the goat milk peel. I call it my lifting goat milk peel. So I hope you enjoyed it. If you have any questions, head on over to artofskincare.com. Go to our live section or the live chat. All of my people that work in live chat are licensed estheticians, and they'll be able to answer any questions that you might have. I hope you give this peel a try, and if you do, leave me some comments below. Let me know how you like it. I hope you have a wonderful afternoon, and I'll see you again soon. Bye.